Ms. Nicholson, anything on behalf of the state?
Your Honor, based on the nature of the failure to comply, the defendant reached speeds of upwards of 126 miles an hour. He ran red lights. Franklin PD performed a pit maneuver, and that did not stop him. They had to do a second pit maneuver to get him to stop. We believe that at least a 24-month sentence on the failure to comply is appropriate and necessary. We would ask for at least a minimum of 6-month sentence on the receiving stolen property. Those by law have to be served consecutively, so the state is asking for a minimum of a 30-month sentence. We would ask the court to impose above the minimum license suspension, and there is restitution in the amount of $3,579.84, which includes both the deductible, the insurance deductible for the vehicle, as well as items that needed to be replaced that were in the vehicle.
Anything from probation?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Engel?
Yes, Your Honor. First ask that the court find him indigent for purposes of any fines and costs. I think what you have before you here, Your Honor, is a young man who is very regretful of the situation that he's found himself in. I would simply suggest to the court that given the drug issues identified in the pre-sentence investigation, that the court do consider a community control sanction. Sending a young man like this to prison is not likely to result in someone who's going to come out and not have a terrible experience there and have that affect the rest of his life. But hopefully the court will be willing to give him a chance. And I know he wants to address the court as well.
Mr. Kinney, what would you like to say?
I'm just sorry for my actions.
Yeah, okay.
I hope you forgive me. It won't happen again.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
What's going on with your Dayton case, Montgomery County case?
I don't know right now. I just got court.
Records show Armon Kinney and Chiquan Barker each face one count of complicity to commit aggravated robbery. That incident happened on December 9th last year. Sheriff's deputies responded to Indian Run Road when the Uber driver called 911 saying he was giving the suspects a ride to the apartment complex. Shortly after, Dayton police recovered the vehicle on McCleary Avenue. Barker is expected in court March 17th. Kinney is in the Warren County Jail facing separate charges.
All right. Mr. Barker, is there anything you'd like to say, sir?
I want to know how I got receiving stolen property and I was a passenger.
Well, you've already pled guilty. We've been through this. Today we're here for sentencing. Is there anything you want to say about your sentencing? You and Mr. Barker involved in that as well, huh?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pretty sad. Do you know who your attorney is up there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who is it?
His name is... I forget the name, but I got it on my paper. I got it on my court paper.
Who's the judge up there?
Mary.
I'm sorry?
Mary Montgomery.
All right, court's considered the statements made here today, the pre-sentence investigation, the purposes and principles of sentencing, the relevant seriousness and recidivism factors. Mr. Kinney, I know you are not from around here. You're from Montgomery County, correct, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, we have a lot of these types of cases that are coming through our county because we have 2 interstates that run through our county, and fleeing from police. becomes a danger not only to yourself and those police officers, but to the general public. And we have had multiple crashes, and we've even had a deputy sheriff that was killed by someone that was running from police in this county. So we do take them very seriously. I am going to find today that you're not amenable to community control, and that prison is necessary to fulfill the purposes and the principles of sentencing, including punishment, deterrence, and protection of the public. I'm going to order you on count 1 to serve a sentence of 24 months, and on count 2, I'm going to order you to serve a sentence of 6 months, and by law that is required to be served consecutive to each other. You have 109 days jail time credit as of today. Your operator's license is suspended, and I know it's already suspended, but it's suspended for 5 years on this offense. The court does find, other than the restitution of $3,579.84 to Haven Copeland, that you are indigent for the purpose of other fines, costs, or financial sanctions. You're also subject to a mandatory period of post-release control, which means upon your release from prison, the Adult Parole Authority will supervise you. If you violate those terms of supervision, the Adult Parole Authority can return you to prison for up to 1/2 of this court's sentence. If your violation is that you commit another felony, you can be returned to prison for 1 year or the period that you have left on PRC, whichever is longer, and that time would run consecutive to any additional prison time that you get sentenced to. You do have a right to appeal the court's decision of your sentence to the 12th District Court of Appeals. If you want to appeal, you must file your notice of appeal within 30 days of today's date. If you can't afford to pay for the transcript or anything necessary for your appeal, that can all be provided to you at no cost. If you cannot afford an attorney, I will appoint one for you at no cost. One more thing before you leave. I cannot predict what's going to happen in your Montgomery County case, although I see it's an extremely serious charge with mandatory prison. With that being said, if for some reason you do not get convicted of that case, which again, you're innocent on that case until you're proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, I've already spoken to Mr. Engel, and I will consider judicial release for you once that case is over, and if you're not convicted, you have no additional, if this is the only thing you're serving, then I will at least...
Wait, what?
...consider judicial release. I'm not going to make any promises to you, because a lot of that's going to depend on your conduct while you are in prison. So follow the rules, just keep your nose clean, keep your head down, stay to yourself, don't get involved with some of these knuckleheads in there, and then I will consider releasing you and getting you some treatment, okay? Sound reasonable?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you have any questions for me, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Engel, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Nicholson, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, good luck to you, sir.